Okay, so here we are with another blank slide presentation. This video is for creating a cover for an interactive notebook. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of different steps here, a couple of different ways that you can do that. First of all, though, with interactive notebooks, I really like to use the 8.5 by 11 setup for the page. So I'm going to go to File, Page Setup, because we're talking about a notebook. It's going to be easy for students to print their notes if they want to later on. It looks more like a notebook. That's what we're going to stick with. So here we have our interactive notebook. Now all of our pages are going to be the 8.5 by 11. Again, we're going to go into that slide and edit master. We're not going to do anything with this master slide. We're going to start with the layouts. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this layout so that they can still access it, but this one is the one I'm going to change right now. I'm going to go ahead and delete and delete. Now I can do it a couple of different ways. I could insert an image of a notebook cover. I could look there, look at a notebook cover. I could put this one right in there. Boom, I've created a notebook cover. I can spread it out a little bit. That becomes my picture. It could become my background. I could do all sorts of things. Now, I could make this a little bit smaller than the actual page itself and insert shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and take this shape right here, and it's going to end up being like a tab. There it is. Now I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to drag here, make it a little longer, and I'm going to click on it and go Format, Rotate 90 degrees. So now I have a tab that I might want to use to link later on in my interactive notebook. So I'm going to copy, paste, 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 paste. I'm going to go and start dragging these down here. And I've got a little bit of an extra one. Let's go with our colors now. Let's make it in the blue family. Blue. The next one's going to be the next color down. The next color down. So my tabs are all in that same family of colors. That's just a preference. Now, if I want my students to add their names in a certain spot, I could always insert a text box. Remember that body text placeholder? We could put it right there. Text box. Oops. There's my body text placeholder. Now, as I think about that, I'm thinking that my kids may not like that already centered there. So I'm going to take this background and I'm going to go ahead and erase it. I'm going to insert. I'm going to look at the background. I'm going to look at another picture here. Insert image. of a composition notebook. I could do that. I could also just create my own. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to insert a shape. I'm going to go right there. And I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. There we go. I'm going to fill it with, let's do a black cover. And I'm going to go to my arrange and order. I'm going to send it to the back so that text box here opens up. I'm going to go ahead and fill that text box and make it white. I'm going to create another shape and over it a little bit and over that just a bit. I'm going to fill that with a gray. I'm going to enter a text box now because this is something I don't want to change. I'm going to make it white. And I'm going to insert some word art. And I'm going to insert, let's try that again, insert word art, digital interactive notebook. And I'm going to go hold down Shift and enter new line, Shift and enter new line, and I'm going to hit return and drag it up to my box up here. Now I can make it bigger. Fill it with red. Digital interactive notebook. Now notice that this is a text box, not a text placeholder, which means my students can't erase it. I'm going to add one more text box. A text box because I don't want students to erase it. Put it right on top of here. And I'm going to put name. I'm going to make it big. I'm going to make my text box white. And let's go out and look at it. So there is the cover of my digital notebook. I noticed just a little something here. I'm going to edit master, make this just a little bit bigger. Now let's go out here. There we go. That's the cover.